Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from AnthonysCustoms, and for this review, we're looking at the DC Collectibles Batman The New Adventures Killer CROC, which is bigger than some of the other figures and in some ways better, but they're still just phoning it in. They're still not great figures, and that's why I'm so hoping they finish the line off soon, because I don't know what to do about buying them. I have so many now. I want to finish it, but I really don't want to buy any more of these figures because they're not that good. But let's get them off the stand so we can take a closer look and I can show you why they're not that good. This guy stands, and of course I have him hunched over a little bit because he is Killer CROC. We can straighten him up a little bit, I guess. That's probably not how you're going to pose him, but at this height, he's just about 7 inches tall, which makes him just about 18 centimeters. So he's definitely bigger than some of the other ones, and he's definitely thicker. So that's okay. And he does come with some accessories. He has the 2 standard hands, and then he has the 2 hands that are more like gripping hands. He comes with a roast bird of some sort, a little bit of money, a bottle, a ball, and a baby doll who is actually fairly well articulated considering she's a tiny accessory. And the thing about the display stand is it shows the turnaround of the figure, of the character. Let's get this up right off. We don't need that. Come on. Well, I want it. There we go. So if you look at this, see how his arms bulge out on the outside rather than on the inside? This figure, the arms bulge out on the inside, which is generally more anatomically correct, kind of. But based on the figure art, or the character art, it should definitely be on the other side. So I think the forearms are meant to be swapped on the other side, and they put them together incorrectly. I'm not sure if it would look better. It might look more like this, but I don't know if it'll actually look better to do that. So I haven't swapped them out yet, but it's something you might consider if you get the figure. Just do it at your own risk. Now, as far as the figure itself goes, there's really no paint. All we have is the black panel lining on his torso, and then we have these little alligator, I guess crocodile type marks on him. That's about it. The pants and everything, it's all molded in its own color. So you don't have to really worry about scratching too much, but it doesn't make the figure look particularly appealing. The face itself, actually, let's zoom in. The face itself is pretty well done. I think it looks pretty good, so I do like that. Granted, I much prefer the original Killer CROC as opposed to this one, but this is the one we have. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head has decent range of motion. You can move it up and you can move it down, and it has alright range side to side. So that's not bad. It rotates also. Here's the thing. I can't pop it off. The head's hollow, both at the bottom and at the top. So it looks really weird. I don't know why they went that route, but they did. So unless you're looking at it from the front, it's going to look odd. The shoulders have a ball hinge. It doesn't go quite all the way out. It definitely could go farther, but they didn't do a good job with that. It will, of course, rotate all the way around, so that's fine. And then we have our elbow hinge, which you already saw. Doesn't work very well. It goes still a little bit better than 45 degrees, which I don't understand. It's not like it's a particularly complex joint, and they're still just not doing a good job with the articulation, and we still get these weird tabs on the articulation that shouldn't be there. So I don't get it. We have a little bit of a rotation in there, but it doesn't really want to go, and I'm afraid it's going to break. For the wrists, we have the same kind of rotation and the hinge, but again, it feels like it could break, so be really careful. Maybe pull it out and then rotate it. I don't know. Just be careful. For the torso, it's kind of like a diaphragm joint, so you can't lean side to side, so it's really not. It's mostly just the swivel. And then we have that obvious big hinge, which does let him come down a little bit forward. As far as going back, it goes back, but you're probably not going to pose him too much like that. It looks alright, and it works well enough, so that's okay. There's no waist swivel at all. For the hips, we have those same kind of hips as before, where they go back and forward, but they don't really look that good, and then they hinge out to the side in a really, really terrible fashion. I hate these figures so much in some regards, and that's one of the reasons why. Such a stupid, stupid design, and I hope DC Collectibles people see this video. They probably won't, but I hope they do and change their ways, because that is unacceptably bad. He has no articulation in his legs, and he's sculpted knock-kneed in a very odd manner, and his feet have, or his ankles have a swivel where the pants stop, but that doesn't help at all because it swivels at an angle, so you really can't pose him effectively. Now, the feet do have a hinge, which is pretty decent, and an ankle rocker, but due to the fact that the knees and the swivel there are so angled, It's really hard to pose this guy effectively other than just standing straight up and down. So ultimately, I don't really recommend the figure. If you're collecting the line anyway, then this review probably doesn't change your mind either way. Kind of like me, you're going to probably buy it. If you're trying to decide if you want to buy it or not, this review will help you in that you shouldn't buy it. It's not a very well executed figure. It's not impressive in any way, and I don't really like it very much at all. So there you go. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I have new videos every single day. We talk about all kinds of stuff, so you should find something you like. And in the meantime, keep collecting.